in store for you as always. The Super Eagles of Nigeria were once again in action. We'll take a look at what transpired in that game. Then the Champions League also had what an interesting match we saw. And the winners, like I said on Saturday, I had who I had in mind to win that match. And apparently, I think if I had predicted, it would have come to pass. But I simply kept my prediction to myself. Then, of course, the MPFL, things are getting more and more interesting in the MPFL and so many other stories we have for you. But first, we begin with uh, reactions coming from the camp of the Super Eagles, where new Super Eagles coach Joseph Peseiro has praised the Eagles players for showing character despite losing 1-0 in the international friendly they played with 2-1 actually played against Mexico in Dallas, Texas on Saturday. Yeah. All right, viewers, sorry for that break in transmission. It was due to some technical issues beyond our control, but we are back and Sport Orbit is still on the Leadership TV. What we're talking about, the Super Eagles versus Mexico, a match in that international friendly played in Dallas. And even though the Eagles lost that one 2-1 to Mexico, but a lot of us didn't watch the match, maybe due to broadcast rights issues and the timing, which was early hours. But for some sport journalists who watched that match, actually said that from what they saw on Eagles side, even though it's their first match and Peseiro's first match in charge, uh, they said from the tactical decisions he made, seemed like he cuts across like someone who knows the job, who has an idea of what he's doing actually.
Just like the coach, just like the coach himself said that
Mm,
he goes those characters. It is a fair. Well, we lose. We ended the match on the losing side.
yeah.
But looking at the score line and how we conceded defeat, you you be tempted to say that it's a fair result.
Yeah.
But I'm not. It's too early to say it is good, and it's too early to condemn.
Mm,
So this is the first match and the first time he's coming with a player and
exactly.
made the player made the same.
Mm,
So this is just the first test, and let's just see how it's going to play that. But one thing that is more impressive and more appreciated, everybody want to take it to the bank is that there's some element of some move and tactical move that is okay. Maybe if we continue like this and improve like this, maybe we may get to where we wanted to get to.
mm,
So, but what is that? Let's just say hold our thought for now, and let's see go guys see how it's going to be. The team have another opportunity to play on Thursday
yeah.
against Ecuador,
Mm,
and I think that now before now, Peseiro apart from watching the Super Eagles on well, see their script and see what
mm,
they play, but this is the first time he in contact with the players and
exactly.
the coaching. Now he has a clue of what the team are,
Mm,
and now that using based on the experience against Mexico, he cannot think say he have an experience to go into the next match and what he want to do. So
yeah.
at least it's too early to say he has done well and
Mm,
it's too early to say he has done badly.
mm,
So let's go hope that what he's going to do against the Ecuador. But one thing is that the team that despite made as several players, the last
mm,
time we played this Mexico, although entirely with the home base, we lost that match 4-0.
yeah.
The last time we played that
Mm-hmm.
in the same
Mm,
US, we lost to
mm,
them 4-0. And now a month after that, although we still miss some of the key players, but and now we hold them to some
mm,
extent that even the Mexico will definitely give a thumbs up for the Super Eagles for
mm,
they will give the good account of themselves.
yeah.
Your goal, the goal because it's an own goal, but it's a prayer that led to the own goal.
Mm,
But for with that, I think that we need to hold our thought and comment. So someone said
mm.
the team tried, but see how you going to be the next match against Ecuador.
Yeah, I think one of the bright sparks in that match was Cyril Dresser
Yes,
recalled
yes,
that he
yes.
had had a call up for the Eagles before being iced out of the team, but he came back and got the goal in that one. Actually, scored the only goal, and of course, Mexico took the lead courtesy of an own goal by William Cruz Ekong. So easily, the match could have ended 1-1. Right, their next match will be against Ecuador. That's on Thursday, 2nd of June, and we'll also be looking forward to that one. Hoping that this time around, at least the Eagles will have at least 3-4 days of training. Recall that in this match they just had 2 days. A lot of the players came in on Thursday match, so it was just two training sessions. So
And even the jet lag may not affect us.
exactly, so this time around they will be more relaxed altogether. At least they'll have a few days to train together. So I believe the next game against Ecuador will be much better. Away from that, now to our next story, where President Muhammad Buhari has actually hailed Sunday Dare Minister of Sports as he celebrates his 50th, 56th birthday rather. He actually gave the commendation while facilitating with Dare on the occasion of his birthday. He said history will positively record the sports minister for uh, giving a facelift to sporting facilities, including the Lagos and Abuja national stadiums. And of course, in a statement by his media aide, Femi Additional joins members of the Dari family, friends, and well wishers in praying for health, longevity, and happiness for the celebrant. He also thanked the minister for playing a pivotal role in the transformation of youth and sports sector in recent years, leading to the country clocking more laurels in international tournaments and competitions. Now, quickly, we'll go to the NPFL. Like we said earlier, a lot of interesting matches went down in the NPFL, and Rivers United still holding strong to their 7 point lead. Especially playing away to Dakar FC. I thought maybe Dakar FC will be able to come up with the victory, but Rivers United played away, won that one. Plateau United played at home, won. So in the next game, Rivers United will be at home. Plateau United might be away. So if any slip up for Plateau United this time around, Rivers United will be 10 points clearly at the top.
But in some sides, conferences, even Plateau United also get a result on the road. But one thing is that people may let me honest that River United disappointed me because they proved me wrong because I was so confident that they are going to drop a point. But I was not saying that they are going to lose, but I was thinking that definitely Dakar FC, based on what they played this season, they may likely cut off 2 points off River United or hold them to a draw. But fortunately for River United, they were able to hold their thought and prove that yes, they are not just a leader on the table. They have been leading on the table. It's not just by chance that they deserve to be there, and they showed the character that yes, it's a team that is ready to win the league. And just like you see, they are getting closer. They are getting closer by closer. Now they have 8 matches to go. 8 matches to go, and then they are topping the table with clear 7 points. And for River United, for Plateau United to overtake them, it means River United need to lose 2 matches or lose 2 matches and draw one, or lose 3 matches completely, and Plateau United keep on winning their own matches. So it's going to be a very tough. It's been a very tough one for these two sides, and I mean, we must give kudos to these two teams for have holding those teams and holding for a very long time, and it clearly shows that except something happens somewhere, something happened, these two teams may end up be our representative in the CAF Champions League next season. Any who was chasing River United, Plateau United from the back, Plateau United were able to give them some little space. Now by this, it's now almost 7 points between them again. So and just like you say, River United will be at home next season in the next match, while Plateau United hope will play with. But this Fidelis LSU side, I think they are proved that they are ready to take the chasing pass on the River United.
Okay, in other results, MFM returned to winning ways with a 3-1 win over Gombe United. Dakar United losing 3-2 at home to Rivers United. For Eyimba were 3-2 victors over National United. That was also a tough game, actually. Kwara United 1-0 over champions Aqua United. Then Plateau United recorded the biggest scoreline of the day, 4-0 over a team like Enugu Rangers. That was a serious defeat. Then Kano Pillars doing very nicely to defeat Remo Stars at home. Surprising result because I felt win away. Actually, I felt Kano Pillars were going to have it very very tough against Remo Stars, but 3-1, not just a wonderful scoreline. Sunshine Stars 2-0 over Kasuna United, while Wiki Tourists 1-0 over Abia Warriors. For Shooting Stars, they lost to Heartland 3-1 also in Owerri, while Niger Tornadoes in the North Central, they played out a goalless draw with Lobby Stars of Makudi. Looking at Kano Pillars, then when we look at the league table, Kano Pillars are completely out of the relegation zone as it stands currently.
Yes, if you look at the league table at the moment, if they can show us the bottom line, the bottom 10, the bottom line of the table, the producers can show us
of course, Rivers United still topping 64 points. Plateau United on 57, while Enugu Rangers 46 points, same points with Remo Stars, and also Kwara United. Then Eyimba 2 in 6th position, 1 point behind third place. So that third position looks very, very dicey as it stands. Aqua United on 44 points. So from from Rangers down to Gombe, to even Wiki Tourists to the 10th, there's still a chance of any of these teams finishing third and fourth. Because it's clearly quite open as it stands.
You are very correct. And if you look at the result of this weekend matches, it clearly tells you that the league is heading to the climax. Now everybody is struggling to get the point he can get. Nobody is willing again to drop a point, and that clearly tells you that we are heading towards the end of the season. Because for instance, for Kano Pillars to get to Remo and beat the Remo Star 3-1.
Mm.
You see that Canopilas are now mindful of their the position they stay. Now they are
Mm.
on 11 on the log.
11th with
So that
40
means they are
points. So
to some
completely.
extent you say that they are
No,
secure.
I think they are for now they are secure because MFA and Dakar down 31 points.
Mm.
That's 9 points behind Kano Pillars.
9 point behind the
So
Canopilas.
I think
And
Kano Pillars can say that okay, they are almost safe. Then Heartland too,
and so
after being languishing in the bottom for a long time,
now they are,
have
they are, they
moved
are
up
out, they are out of the relegation
completely.
zone,
34 points.
but still on the
It's
danger,
still in the
still
zone.
on the
Yeah,
danger line.
of
And
course.
for your club,
Mm,
Lobby is like Dominic Ayufa Magic and
mm.
Baba Ganero Magic is not working.
Well, 33
Now
points at
they are still
18th.
in the relegation zone
18th, but also from Lobby Stars up to let's say
to Nasarawa United.
maybe National United. Yes, the gap not too big. I
But
think one
although
of those
Lobby
teams.
has played one game more, has one more game at hand.
Yes, exactly. Same for Dakada also. Same for Tornadoes and Warriors.
Tornadoes
So
and Warriors.
so there's still a lot to play for if you ask me. And it's getting more and more interesting. 10 matches to go, and this time around, a lot of teams will be bracing up for the challenge ahead. That's that for the NPFL. Down to some athletics where Ethiopians once again, for the third time in 8 editions, have emerged winners of the men and women's titles of the Okwekwe race. It was actually Hardy clocking 29.95 seconds to win third fastest in the history of it. He won ahead of Kenyan duo of Cheboy and Bereket Nego. And he took home, of course, the cash prize of 13,000 naira, which was the top prize money. I mean, no,
$30,000.
13,000 dollars, which was the top then. Same for the women also. But I mean, in this kind of long distance races, when you hear Ethiopians or Kenyans emerging as winners, it's usually no surprise. In fact, usually the surprise will be if any of these countries don't even emerge in the top three. Because I mean, clearly, this is where their strength lies, and they've been able to develop this part of their athletics over the years.
But at the same time,
Mm,
you just also keep on asking questions.
mm,
Why can't we be part of this? Because we also have a high attitudes in this kind of the country.
mm,
Do good jobs. Go to Plateau,
mm,
go to Meduguri.
mm.
All these high attitudes supposed to have a long distance runner, and oftentimes, oftentimes, all the marathon races that has been organized in this country,
Mm.
that have been held in this country, is only the East African that always come here and
Of
take our
course,
money and take
yeah.
our money go.
Mm.
Now those Ethiopians coming here and they've cut about $26,000 away
Mm.
from this country.
Yeah.
Different from the Kenya who came cruise and all. See how much of money they have taken away from our country,
Mm.
and I hope that we can't be even be part of this. But I think those in charge of our sport, especially in athletics, needs to do more.
Mm.
We, I stand to be correct. If you prove me wrong, I don't believe that we can't have a decent runner in this country. All the Fulani herdsmen who paraded all this north, who are good in long distance, who can trek for a miles,
Mm.
1,000 miles, can be good as a long distance runners now.
Well, I quite agree with you. Well, for the Ethiopians, I think they know where their strength lies, and they
That is their
focus
strength,
solely. Yeah, they focus
distance runners.
on this.
They,
I mean,
if you want to like Olympic or
yeah,
any
of
international
course,
champion,
they are always in the mix
they're not strong with you to
at
all
all.
these 100 meters
100
or
meters
200
or
meters.
relay.
No,
No,
when you get a long distance race,
mm,
just forget it. It is for
exactly,
Ethiopia. Even
exactly.
the world is already aware that the
Mm,
East African, when it comes to most of the London marathon anyway, it's only the East Africa that always come there and
exactly.
and take the cash prize. And I think we Nigerians should make a statement in one particular sport. In one particular sport, we know that yes, this is our core value, our
Mm,
core area,
exactly.
and nobody can challenge us for that area.
Mm. I agree with you completely. Away from that now to, of course, the Champions League. The last has not been heard. I mean, celebrations are still going on in Madrid and for lovers of Madrid all over the world, where, of course, Madrid won their 14th Champions League title. I mean, what an amazing feat. And also, I mean, won two trophies this season, winning both the Spanish League and also the Champions League. What a memorable achievement it was for Liverpool. Their dream of doing a quadruple finally fell flat, and now they just have to make do with two domestic cups, the
You know,
Carabao Cup.
their dream of quadruple drop when Man City claim the league title. Then we were all hoping
Hope
for
for a treble,
for
for a
a
treble, but
and then unfortunately again,
yeah, Madrid
it,
had other plans
Madrid had other
also.
plan. And just like you see in our
Mm,
last in our on Friday,
mm.
that looking the way Madrid have
Yeah,
survived
exactly.
all through this
Mm.
season,
It wasn't. I didn't expect Madrid to go through all that and lose the final.
given the way they have
Yes, it's just part. It's just how life is.
coming closer to get knocked out on
Exactly.
three good
Mm,
occasions. Even at the group stage,
mm.
Madrid, remember that Madrid qualified the last day of the
Oh,
match.
of course, yeah.
Struggle, they lose
Hmm.
their match to even one of the smaller teams.
Yeah.
Struggle at in the group stage to even
Hmm.
qualify from the group stage, and
Mm,
all from the second round to the quarter final
mm,
to the semi final, all come closer to get knocked out.
mm,
But like I told you, I say on the final, I
mm,
say if they make sure mistake, the way they survive against my PS,
mm,
survive against Chelsea,
mm,
survive against Man City,
mm,
if they try against Liverpool,
mm,
going down and to come from behind,
mm,
you may know, and they take that lesson.
mm.
They didn't allow Liverpool to go front
No, I
again.
mean, that match was impressive because I think Carlo Ancelotti got his tactics right because the defense was compact on that
Mm.
day. There was really no space for Madrid, and of course, Courtois was in top form. In fact, he was man of the match in that match, and I think they really did their homework. We ensure that look, we are not going to concede first, whatever
Yes,
happens.
and if they have time to consider, it will be dangerous
Very,
for
very
Liverpool.
dangerous. And of course, in the 59th minute, Vinicius Junior scored a brilliant goal that Liverpool couldn't come back from that. In fact, once that goal came in, I had this feeling that it would be difficult for Liverpool to get an equalizer.
Honestly, it was a fantastic finals, and
Mm,
congratulations again for the Madrid.
yeah.
And one surprise winner is against the Hazard.
Mm,
Even though not 100% part of the team,
mm.
he has a good Champions League medal.
Yeah, it has the
What,
La Liga
what,
medal also.
he has like he was not part of the Chelsea squad that won the Champions League. No,
No, he was. I said he won the La Liga with Madrid also this
no, I
season.
know that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I was wanted
Mm.
to say that is his
No, no,
second
no,
Champions
no,
League medal.
he
No,
wasn't.
this is his first Champions
Mm.
League medal.
Well, with that down for Chelsea, well, some good news for Chelsea. Chelsea will earn $15 million from Madrid's victory. That's a courtesy of a clause that was inserted in Hazard's contract when you know a lot of these contracts in Europe, when a player is special, they say if the player wins so,
Mm.
you give us so amount. If he wins Ballon d'Or, you pay us so amount. And at least Hazard has fulfilled one of those clauses by winning the Champions League. So some extra
But to
50
me, my
million
personal
pounds.
view,
Mm,
that clause is too stupid. Because if you look at the Madrid successes,
mm.
Hazard don't even contribute anything to
No,
say that he
but no,
contributed.
but
He
no,
only played three matches, and even the three
no.
matches
The
gave
truth
us a
is
shot.
no, but the truth
And
is
now,
no. You won't say that because when they were signing that contract, nobody knew that Hazard would be plagued by injury. You sold him at the value of, I mean, it was a huge contract of about 109 million pounds at that time. So most times it's just like even for Grealish
mm,
winning the Premier League, Man City paid Aston Villa $40 million, £40 million, because it was inserted in Grealish's contract. If he wins the title, even for Pogba from Juventus
mm,
to United, those kind of things, even for Martial when he was coming to United, the club even actually put a contract that in case he wins the Ballon d'Or, United will pay, I think Monaco, so and so amount. But unfortunately, Martial is very, very far from winning the the
we
Ballon d'Or.
even win
Uh,
the Premier League
yeah,
awards.
yeah, exactly. So a lot of times these clauses are inserted in contract, and most of the time this is what makes up. Sometimes you hear of a transfer fee, 100 million. A lot of times it's not like
100
you
million
you
will pay
pay it at
cash.
once. So there are a lot of things. Sometimes you might pay cash 50 million, then the remaining 50 million might even be spread in the next 3 years. And a lot of these clauses like this are so good one for Chelsea at least. Since they are hoping to do some business in the transfer
I
market,
think they have
they'll add it.
a very good sip
Yes,
money. Show just
they yes,
awufu that as we
of
call
course.
awufu money.
They have
Just
some change to add to to
and
it.
it's a good news for the new owners of the club, and
Yeah.
at least you begin to earn money and some just money just come from somewhere.
Mm,
Adding something to it that would really give you a system to do some business in the transfer market.
mm. And we're still on Champions League now, talking about Karim Benzema, where he has said he has done all he needs to do. He has done enough, as long as in concern to win the Ballon d'Or this year. Recall that he finished as top scorer in the Champions League with 15 goals, and he's been instrumental to Madrid's cup double success this season in the La Liga and in the Champions League. And if you watch Karim Benzema this season, he's been a different player even at 34.
And that's for 100% agree. And if you look at it, just and look at all his competitors.
Yeah.
The other people that are saying to have challenged him is Mane or Salah.
Yeah.
And looking at the performance of the individual player this season, I don't think anybody will challenge. I think if they deny
Exactly.
Benzema Ballon d'Or this season, it will be an injustice.
Oh, of course, clearly, because I mean he's done
I don't think any player deserves
at all more than him, because you know
he just like he has done everything
he needs to do.
and they should just hand it over to him.
Let's move to our final story before we leave the studio. Back to some tennis that talking about the French Open, where Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic will made it to the quarterfinals and will likely actually face off against each other in the French Open in the quarterfinal. Usually in the Grand Slam, you always see them meeting in maybe the final or semi-final, but meeting at this early stage of the competition, it means one of them will have to give way.
And what is that? Just to me, that is the final before final.
Final, actually, yeah.
Absolutely.
In the absence of Federer.
And if I thought there's going to be another final, another final will also be a second, because this is the main final of the French Open that will be played. Because these two go top guy fishing each other in the quarterfinal is a tough one. If in the clay court, that is very special.
Exactly. I mean, he's the king of the clay.
He's the king of the clay. But Nadal Djokovic has also proved that he is not just a pushover in the clay. He has several times face to face come against Nadal. He has also have his also against Nadal. So definitely it's going to be a tough clash for these two guys, and they definitely since that both of them are trying to catch up in each other and to score in terms of numbers of Grand Slam we have won and all those things. So definitely it's going to be a tough side for the two sides.
Well, viewers, with that, we've come to the end of today's episode of Sports Obi Salifu. Thank you for being in the studio with me.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
All right, my name is Alpha Cho, your host. Until we meet again, stay safe out there and goodbye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.